Hello. So we're just starting. It's 5:32. My voice is a little hoarse. Okay. Let me know if you can hear. Okay. So we're getting a lot. We're going to probably have a few people coming in because there will be three classes that probably want to check in. I want you to unmute yourself. Raise your hand if you can. I can't see you, so that's okay. You don't have to be seen. That's fine. But if you have a question, I want you to ask it. Can you hear me? Okay. You can show the chat. All right. Okay, great. Thanks, Cassidy. Okay. My voice is zilch. Okay. So I am also a full-time teacher at a public school, and I teach art and I teach art appreciation for you guys. I know there has been some kind of confusion about discussions and assignments. Just because they're the same name doesn't actually mean that they're the same thing. With discussions, I want you guys to understand that you are engaging together, that you can see each other's comments. With assignments, you cannot see each other's comments. I can only see them. A lot of you are having a hard time, excuse me, with learning how to PDF or having access to PDF. Now, PDF is so common that you can probably find it for free if you Google it. And you can PDF, which is what is that PDF? Is it professional document? I think it is. But no matter what, you're going to need to know how to PDF in the future. Documents. Let's say you're buying a house, or let's say you're looking for a job. That's the best one. You're going to need to know how to PDF. And I spent, what, 6 years or more in college. I never could get away without learning how to do a PDF. So, Word documents, I've loaded that up, that there are discounts like $2.99 a month. I get it. You're in school. You may not have that $2.99 a month. It's still money. But you can try to see if you can get a PDF online. And if not, I hate to say it, but you can do it on the library. You can do it a lot of places. If you can't do a PDF, that's a hard one because they come up very strange if you use something like your text entry. A lot of people are using their phone, and that's just hard. I could never use my phone, so more power to you. But let me see what else I wanted to talk about. Cassidy, what you got to say? You can interrupt me anytime. Just unmute yourself. I can't hear you because it's unmuted. It's muted. Hold on. Let me see if I can hear you. Okay, I'm listening, but are you able to do that? Are you able to unmute yourself? Did you want to say anything? Because I can't see, but I can see in the chat. Okay, well, you decide. Let's talk about books. I only copied the pages that one time, which was, what did it take me 2 3 days to actually get it done? It was crazy. But I've only done that once for you guys because it was in the beginning of the semester. And I could totally understand if you didn't have your book in the beginning of the semester. But by this time, you really should have your book. I can't do that every lesson. It's really hard to just set aside that time to just get through all those pages and make sure that they're all looking good and edited. And so you guys can see them. Um, uh-oh, got a late person. That's okay. Hey, Lawson, how you doing? All right, we were just talking about like, how do you say, little things like somebody needs the pages because they didn't buy the book. Well, I'm sorry at this point. you can try to get that book digitally and it should cost you less. You can get the third edition and the fourth edition. Okay. The fourth edition, the only thing that's really going to change is they're going to add more and more contemporary artists, which is great. And it's got a beautiful cover. They all have beautiful covers. They all have basically the same knowledge and the same text. Slightly different because they're being published at a different time, but they're not going to redo that whole book. That's the whole point of editions. So let's say, just for Lawson, because it came in late, and anybody that comes late, I don't care if you're coming in late. It wasn't a mandatory class. It's a check-in. So if you have questions and I'm going to give you updates, that's what I want you to do. Let's talk about grading. I got to take a moment. So we're using Canvas. It's a new platform for this school. I've used it before, but I never really had to grade with it. I was used to grading on Blackboard. Now I'm on Canvas on everything. It seems like all the institutions that are online switch to Canvas. Thank God my full gig is in person. So I actually have to do that online too, but it's in person. The grading is online. But anyway, Canvas offers this thing where you can copy and you can like send that copy to another class. And so you don't have to do the same thing for every class. Well, what that does, it's a loophole, is it makes like doubles. And that was really tricky. So I had to go back and delete all the doubles. And that's why it looked like you were getting a 0 when you submitted your work. So that I remedied that. I solved that. And all it did was require me to delete one and make sure it didn't delete everything. And that meant for merging your grades and things like that. So I did that. Let me see what else. That should solve the problem. If you submitted something and you don't have a copy, that's because you're not making a PDF. That's because you don't have Word. And Word is always going to save your copies. I mean, sometimes you just get too many. And the funny thing is like when you're in your other classes and they're giving you something, when you got those readings from me and I scanned or took pictures of all those pages, I saved it in a PDF. That's how you got it. That's how you were able to look through that freely. And so what you want to do is sometimes even look for a PDF on the chapters you're looking for online. You're going to have to be resourceful. Just as students, just because you're online. You should not, Avery, you should still not have doubles showing up for your grade. Those doubles may look like doubles, but one is an assignment and one is a discussion. I will look through that. Please tell me the section that you're in. I have 3 sections. Tell me that section. I'm going to make a note. Hold on, guys. Tell me your section so I can get in there. Just that's all it requires me. You're not going to lose anything. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of that extra section that makes you look like you have a 0. Okay. Right in that section for me, if you don't mind. That's all, that's what I'm going to need to know. Okay, just give me a minute so I can write them down. You see those sections. Got it. Okay, got it. That's my problem section. Huh? AP 111, I11. Whoa, you guys, you're cursed. That's my problem class. That's where everything goes wrong. I'm sorry, guys. That's okay. That is it. Let me just check that. When's the last time you checked? Okay, so I want you to check again. I'm going to be on there today, though. Check it out. I will not let you have doubles. Okay. Write my notes. All right. I will do whatever it takes to make sure not only do you get everything that you need in this class, but that you pass the class. That's my whole point of extending the assignments. So we're going to be extending 4 next, okay? Because we finished 4, but I need to finish grading it, making sure everybody has the grade so I can see how many people need it for to be extended. Does that make sense? And so we extended to, we're not going to go back until the end of the semester. That's when you're going to be scrambling. That means you finished everything. You're like, oh, I want that 100. Come on, open those classes again. I got something to give it. And that's what I'm going to do. I make sure my students pass. I just can't stand it because there's no reason for you not to pass. If you have the required material, if you have everything, we're talking about people that are working or they missed that deadline and they just really needed to open up. I don't consider that something that you have to jump hoops for. I can open those up. Okay. So we're on 4 next. Then we'll go to 5 after 5 is done, after I graded it all. Sometimes it takes me a minute to grade. I mean, I'm teaching throughout the week and I have 3 classes at CFCC, but I'm going to get it graded. You're not going to maintain a 0. Trust me on that. It doesn't take me much to grade. So I'm totally about it. Okay, hold on, guys. Just want to admit all if we need all. Okay. And I'm aware that people are studying. I'm aware that you have classes. I'm aware that you're, you know, whatever, you don't have to have other classes to be late. You know what I'm saying? You have a life. That's why we choose online. It's easy access. So that's what I really want to get with you guys. So any problems with the chapters, anything you want to say? Are you enjoying these chapters? I mean, this is the kicker for all my people. If I wrote a lecture on that, that is an outline of the chapter. I don't want to give it away, but I do want to make life easy. And I want you to engage. I want you to react. And I want it to be multiple choice. If I wrote an outline on that chapter, then that is the lecture. That written text, that means I read the chapter and I'm giving you basically the whole shamil. If I did a video on that chapter, again, that's a visual outline because not everybody can understand text. Not everybody gets text in their brain. It doesn't process as easy. But video might process. With my artist, video is going to process in your head. But that doesn't mean you don't buy the book and get the requirements. These books are great. And it doesn't mean don't like check out the text. That's why I wrote it. I mean, those texts weren't easy. That lecture isn't easy for me to kick out. It's a lecture. That's like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is me telling you all about the book in my own words. And the video is like, oh my gosh, this is pictures along with all the text and lecture. So they're the same thing, except for one is video. It's visual. The other one is text. Yeah, it's visual. You can access it. You can print it out. And for my people that are all paranoid about, I didn't get the book. Well, that chapter, what is it, week 5, you kind of do need the book because I didn't write a lecture. I did a demo on drawing, which is going to like bring you into many of the next light assignments. When I give you an assignment called photo story, I don't want any text. It may seem so easy to you, but if you were the viewer like me, I'm reading your story through a visual setup. That means you took out your iPhone or your phone and took pictures. What is it? I think I require, and you haven't had it yet, so don't panic. I require like 5 to 6 images, and you have to kind of put those images in place to tell the story. What if I did a gallery viewing of your work? That's not just me viewing it. That's all of your classmates viewing it. And that's a possibility I might do that. So if I get some real interesting work, don't hold me. Okay, I might do it. So you're going to have assignments that are real light, but because we got like 16 weeks. So you're going to have assignments that are real light, but it's because I really want to show you something that has to do with the visuals. It may seem light to you, but to the viewer, it's really interesting. Okay, so that's the one assignment. You're going to have another assignment called color theory. Okay, it's called mixing paints, your primaries to make your secondaries. I know it sounds like a mouthful, but it's really not. It's kind of fun. And you are going to need to have your basic colors in acrylic. You cannot really do this with pastel, and you sure can't do it with marker. It's not going to mix color. You need acrylics. So you need to invest in a cheap set or a good set. I don't care. You can do it with oil paints, but that's a little costly. And you're going to need to have linseed oil and you're going to have a solvent to clean off your oil paints off your brush, or while you're moving it around. So let's not do oil paints. I'm an oil paint master. That's my choice. That's what I love. But I can also do it in acrylics. And I'm going to ask you to buy a primary set of acrylics. They are cheap if you get them at Holly Hobby, the hobby shop. Michael's is a gift. I like Michael's. I really do. They got a lot of great stuff, cheap. If you get a coupon, you're gonna be like, yes. Okay. And you can order from Blick. Blick is great. It is great. You could get a cheap set of Blick acrylics, and we're only talking about primary. And I'm gonna teach you all about primary. And excuse me, I talk all day long. I'll give you a primary color. Primaries are yellow, blue, red, not green. Green is your secondary. So it's yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, and yellow. Yellow, blue, red, possibly white, but not in acrylics. How can I not know my own primaries? But anyway, I'll write it down. I'm just going to blank. But they're like 4 colors really. And they are the RKB. So it's like RKGB. They're the rainbow. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to mix like blue and yellow, and that makes green. You're going to mix red and blue, that makes purple. You're going to mix red and yellow, that makes orange. Do you follow me? And it's a color wheel. It's really fun. It's easy. Don't sweat it. Okay. Because I'm going to do a demo and I'm going to show you how to do it. Total giveaway. Um, and those probably, and I may have you draw like a corner of your room, and that brings you back to drawing again. So the other ones are going to be writing your responses. I will try to make it very detailed in describing the discussion for the lecture. I mean, for the discussion, describing the discussion, reflection, sorry, and describing the reflection for your assignment. What I'm asking you is your opinion. What I'm asking you for you to give me your overview. No, they're not all the same, because one is trying to provoke another classmate to engage with you. I love it when you do video. I love it when you do audio. It is so cool, and it's got to be easy for you. Hey, I had to take classes for certification, and they gave me those choices. And sometimes when I just couldn't muster to write another thing, I chose the video many times. And I said what I wanted to say. And you know what? It was great. So when I see somebody doing me an audio or a video, it looks so professional. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's so professional. It's so cool. And it's like, wow, listen to that student. They're just like, and they could just be like sitting down going, this is what I thought. I mean, they're giving me more than that, but it was what it was. Okay, we are going to, let me see. So this is going to be up into, it's cool. All right, cool. All right, so this is going to last till about 6:30. You can sign off at any time. You don't have to apologize. And I'm going to just stay on until 6:30. I want to know if anybody has any questions. You can write them in the chat. You can unmute yourself. It's really okay. Let me see what I got here. Oh, I see a chat. Let me read my chat for a second, okay? I just want to see what everybody says. Okay. All right. A lot of you guys have doubles and you're in my curse class. I-11. I'm sorry. There is always one class. Last year I had 4 classes and there was just one. I don't know what it was. It was like they were different. It was, I don't know if they're set up different. I don't know if it's just a different, like they're the first one, so they get all the mistakes. I don't know what it is, but thank God it's just the one. Thank God, I'm telling you, it's just the one. And it's just great because it just takes me one time to go back and just say, okay, what's going on? And I can look at the grade book and go, ooh, because sometimes the computer will make a double for some reason. If I made a copy and didn't remember, it will make a double. So I have to get in there and check it out. And it's not a big deal. Okay. It's just not a big deal because I even talk to the techs. And sometimes if I'm like freaking out, I'll just tech and they'll be right there with me. They'll be like, it's not a big deal. So it's kind of cool. All right. So I will take care of that today and I will clear it up. So you'll see 1 grade. Because what the double does is it makes another assignment and it makes it look like you are missing a grade when you're not. Okay. So give me a moment today and I will get right on it. It's not going to take too long. Okay. You'll notice it by tonight. You'll be like, oh, cool. She cleared that up. It was getting to be a little chaotic because that's what was happening. All right. Any other questions? Cool, Avery. Any other questions? Everybody have the book? Is there any way you can partner up? I know you're online. You might not even know each other. But there's any way that you can partner up sometimes. Maybe you guys do a Zoom, talk about the book, and you got it. There's always a way. I'm serious. Maybe you guys exchange emails. I think there is a list where you guys can have the opportunity to see an email or contact each other. And then when you go, yeah, when you go to your emails, if you can like sometimes you can put in that first letter and then the last name and it will give you the email so you can kind of contact each other and say, hey, I'm going through this, can you help? I mean, sometimes it just takes a cool friend or a cool classmate to like catch you, but I'm always going to try to be there. But when it comes to scanning those pages, whoa, I can't do it now. Catch me around like a break time where you're like, okay, we got to pause, we got to break, we got a holiday. Is Inga like busy? Inga, unfortunately, I'm usually not. I did want to go to a family reunion in North Carolina though, but I don't think I'll have a chance. I'm sorry. I wish I could. I actually have a ticket, ready to use anytime I need to get to Wilmington. Okay, listen to this. I'm reading something here. As a discussion, you mean? Right, Jan? As a discussion, I got you. That was week 3. Oh, you put it in a comment. Did I respond to you? I'm glad you got on here. Did I respond to you? Give me a chat. Give me a text in the chat. It's okay. I want to know if I responded to you. If I responded, that means I saw it. I saw it. And I'm waiting for you to respond back. But I don't remember the name, but I do remember somebody sending me their assignment in the chat. And I responded, like, can you put this into, can you put it in? So what I may be able, you did not respond. Okay, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Let me look at it. Okay. I'll respond to you. I'll give you an option. And it will usually be like an option of a lesser grade because it's not the way I want it. I'm telling you guys, you got options, not at the lesser grade, but video, audio, and written. I'm asking for a PDF because it's for me, it's formal, it is a paper, okay? And it's very different from your discussion. This is AP111. So a lot of it is written text. I wish it was, just demos. But demos, I love doing my demos for you guys. I love it, you know? And if you want me to do more like, demos on something, it's a compromise. I might do something for you. I might do more. A technique, you know, I might do more. We got 16 weeks. I might phase in one or add a demo. It was under reflection of discussion. Discussion is a text box. I'm just responding to a student, excuse me, sound a little rude there. Discussion is a text box, which means you have full access to type your text in. You don't have to do a PDF. So it was a reflection of assignment. And that's when I'm asking for a PDF. Okay. So, and a lot of you are having a hard time. I think it's because you guys are doing it on your phone. Tell me if you're doing it on your phone sometimes, okay? Because I got a vision you guys doing it on your phone thinking, oh, God, that little, I don't care how big. Look, I have the iPhone, what is it, the latest one? That screen is still too small for me to do anything. I would never be able to see it. I would never be able to deal with that. It was not in PDF form. You did not receive a 0 because it wasn't in PDF form. I'm telling you that. You did not receive a 0 for that. I probably didn't see it. And I always give you a choice. Don't be sorry for the confusion. There is no sorry. We guys, you didn't do anything wrong. We got to work it out because I'm giving you multiple choice and I kind of want to push you to do multiple choice. But if you don't want to do multiple choice, it's really okay. Don't be sorry for the confusion. I want to help and I'm glad you got on here. So I'm going to get on it and I'm going to send you a private message and then we're going to work it out. When I send somebody something, so we'll work it out, I mean that. We're going to work it out. You're going to pass this class, probably flying colors. So don't panic, okay? We're down to 11 weeks, I think. We're 5 weeks in. We're moving like boom, 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 boom. I know when you all saw 16 weeks, you panicked. I know you did. You were like, oh my God, how am I going to get through 16 weeks? But guess what? We're in 5 weeks now. We're finishing up 5 weeks. Next week, six weeks. And then we're going to go, and that's going to be like 10 weeks less. Yeah, I'm sorry, 10 weeks more. That's it. It's going to go. We finished December 16th, and I'm going to take you there. Okay. We're going to get through that. Halloween, Thanksgiving. I'm telling you all the holidays, that we're going to have time off. I don't know if you guys have off for Rosh Hashanah. And I think that's October 3rd. So that's something to look forward to if you have off for that. And then we just look at your calendar, see the breakup so you don't panic, okay? Because sometimes that gives you a little extra time too. But I am very thankful for my emailers who tell me what's going on in their life. And they say, hey, I need a break. I need you to give me a little more time. You don't have to always tell me your excuses, okay? Some of that stuff is, that's your business. And I don't want to make you feel like you have to, drum up an excuse or give me your private excuses because sometimes you don't want to do that. And you feel like, can I just, it's really, I have respect for every single one of you and I have respect for your life, period. So I need you to know that, okay? I just need to know that I respect every single one of you. You're doing a hard job. I don't know if people tell you that, but it is a hard job going to school. It's hard to go back to school, period. And I want you to know that. Okay. So I'm full support of my students. And some of you are high school students doing college work. I got your back. And I know you're all new to Word and you're new to you. That's very intimidating for you, but it's not. When a job says you have to have Word knowledge, guys, it's easy, actually easy. It really is. I was intimidated by it too when people said that, but it's so easy. After this class, you'll be able to check that right off. Yes, I have Word knowledge. If you needed to go to some office job and they were kind of wanting to know about that. What they want to know is, can you write up a document? Can you write up an essay? Can you write up an order and then turn that into Word? turn it into a PDF. You sure can, because it says save. How would you like to save? Okay, so you're good. All right. So Cassidy, any questions? You're my only person, unless somebody logs in at 6:30. So I'll be here. But all right. So you have no questions. So if you have no questions, you're free to go and you can email me and we can go and do something else for our 30 minutes. I'm fine. I'm here for you. But if you need to go, you're okay. All right, Cassidy, you have a good one. And contact me if you need to. I'm here. All right. Cheers. Okay, I am going to post this for all my students that couldn't make it. And if you need to talk to me about anything, email me. Okay. We might even be able to do a Zoom meet. Sometimes that helps, to do a Zoom meet. It's kind of funky, like video here. I hate that video. But if you want to do a Zoom meet, we can do a Zoom meet too. It's just I have to find the time. And we could do like a 15, 20-minute Zoom meet. Sometimes it's just easier to say, oh yeah, I got this other question. And oh yeah, I'm totally open to it. I understand student life. All right. So I'm going to post this for all my students that couldn't make it. Cheers. Bye. Okay. I'm going to stop the video. Bye.